Times Square, New York City, at the Big Apple, with very well-known sculptor Nina Winters and one of her fabulous pieces. Would you share with the public something about yourself and your work?
I come to New York a lot for inspiration. I love the energy. I love the fast pace. And something very interesting about this sculpture, I just happen to have it with me today. I'm giving it to the singing group Ladysmith Black Mambazo. They were the backup group for Paul Simon on his album called Graceland. And 24 years ago, when I was great with child, like this woman is, I met them at the Ritz in New York City. And the lead singer, Joseph Shabalala, asked me to sit with them, which I did. And then later on, when my daughter was 10, I brought her to see one of their concerts and we met. And they are in the city again this weekend. And I'm giving them this sculpture.
Fantastic. So you do find inspiration everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I have studios in Florida on the waterfront, and I have a studio that I actually built myself in the woods of New Hampshire, and it's wonderful.
Can you tell us a little bit about plans that you have for the future, any exhibitions?
Well, I am doing mostly monumental pieces now. I just finished a piece and I installed it for the senior vice president of PepsiCo. We installed it in Texas. It's 7.5 foot by 9 foot. It's called the Galactic Samurai Confrontation of Evil. And it's a beautiful, handsome piece. And I'm going for doing more big ones now. We're working with designers and architects. We're getting in with the city of New York. It's all coming together. It's great.
How do you get started in art? How do you discover you wanted to become a sculptor?
Well, I was a painter at first in college. I went to Cornell University and then in the city, School of Visual Arts, Parsons School of Design, Hunter Graduate School. And I painted, but it did not get to my heart. And then I had a dream about a sculpture in space that was the size of a galaxy. I mean, enormous. And it just meant so much to me. It was so beautiful. And I started to sculpt the next day. That's all I've done since then. I find that I'm quite a happy person, and my sculptures reflect that. And I like to show what the human condition can be. So I like to do the positive parts. I think there is an important niche there, and I try to fill that.
Sculptures, any masters that you admire that you get some inspiration from?
Well, I don't know if you'd call her a master, but Nikki de Saint-Phal is on Fifth Avenue now, and I love her work. It's whimsical. It's big, it's lighthearted, has a little edge to it, and I love her. Picasso is fantastic. De Cifuentes, who is a lot of his pieces are upstate New York in Storm King Sculpture Center. I love his work. I love the massive quality of his work. So I find it everywhere. I love Japanese art, Chinese art, ancient art. So I look all the time.
Any special pieces we should look into when we're searching through your website?
One of my favorites is The One Who Learned to Fly. That's typical of what I do. I had my daughter, who's a singer, I had her pose for it. And it's very uplifting. It has big Japanese wings in the back that I sort of broke down from Japanese comic art. And she's a bit Cirque du Soleil. And it's when she was a little child, she really wanted to be more, bigger, best. And I told her she would learn to fly, and that was my inspiration for that one. Yeah. And mothers all love that one. I'm putting a new link on my website, which is ninawinters.com, but it's going to be all about the samurai, from the initial inspiration to the making it in the wax, to the enlarging in Portland, Oregon, to the foundry work in Montana, and then we shipped it to Texas and the installation, and then pictures of it in the day and in the night. And it's a huge project, and it was documented all the way through. I'm working with children now. I have a new project. It's called Parks for Peace International. And we're working with children 6 to 16, and we're taking their artwork. It's going to be an international competition, and we're going to make peace parks in lieu of war memorials. So not only am I helping the children become leaders of the future by showing that what they think can be realized in large proportions. We're also going to try to get them to speak at the UN or one of the United States peace venues. So that's very, very exciting. And while I work with them, I also come up with all sorts of new ideas for my own work, which is very exciting.
Thank you so much, Nina. And I want to let everybody else know that we're going to have Nina Winters in our article in the next issue of Arttour International. So please don't miss it. It's going to be a really great one. Thank you. Thanks for your time. And thanks for being here in New York. It's wonderful.